All right, hi guys. During this video, we're going to be discussing what the virtual tryout process is going to be like for the 2020-2021 cheer season at Pius X High School. My name is Casey Hayes. I'm one of the coaches here at Pius. Our two other coaches on our coaching staff are Amanda Largest and Aaron Andrus. Aaron Andrus focuses mainly on JV, Amanda Largest with varsity, and myself with reserve. But all three of us work on competition together. So for the tryout process this year, this is something new that we're doing due to the social gathering restrictions that we have. And so I'm going to talk you through the process of where to access the information, where to submit your videos, so frequently asked questions, and really just try to allow this to be a accessible experience for everybody. So the first place you're going to want to go to is the Pius X website. On this site, you'll be able to click on the activities tab right here with my arrow. Once you click on the activities tab, you'll want to click cheer, and that's going to take you to our Pius Cheer website. So here's where you're going to find a lot of general information about our program, who is on each squad, what grade level is on each squad, and then sort of an explanation of what we're going to be doing this season. What you'll want to do next is there is a tryout application form here. This is the first thing you need to do if you're wanting to be considered for any placement on a squad at Pius. So once you've filled out the tryout application form, then you can move on to the next step, which is learning the material. So where you will find the material is going to be on the cheer tryout information or a cheer tryout site. The link to this is here under important information. You can also find a link to this on our Instagram page, px_cheer. On the Pius Cheer Google site, this is where you will find all of the videos for the tryout process. This is where we will post the team placements on May 11th. This is also where we will post the videos on the specific instructions to how to submit your video if you are a current Pius student or you will be a Pius student. On the main page, this is just going to welcome you to our Pius Cheer page. And it gives you some information on if you want to be considered for varsity. So after you have submitted your application, which is due on Thursday, April 16th, if you are wanting to be considered for a varsity position and you meet the requirements to be considered for varsity, then you will also need to submit a varsity introduction video. That video will be sent to Coach Andrus. Her email is listed on the page. Some big things you'll need to note for your varsity interview is there are two age groups for submissions. The first age group is incoming 9th and 10th graders. This is new for varsity. We have not had freshmen and sophomore on varsity before, but we felt like if they had the skills high enough, which means they had tumbling, then they deserved to be able to try out for a varsity position. So if you are an incoming freshman or sophomore to Pius, there are some extra things that you would need to include in your varsity introduction video. So the first thing you'll need to do is tell us your name and your grade level for next year. Then, where are you currently attending school? Are you a current Pius student? Maybe you're enrolled at Cathedral and will be at Pius next year. Or maybe you are at Lincoln Southwest and are planning on transferring into Pius and you've already completed your transfer paperwork. The next two things will be your tumbling passes. You'll need to show an example of either one of these, or both if you have them. The minimum standing tumbling requirement would be a standing back handspring. The minimum running tumbling feedback would be a round off back handspring. So you'll need to include those elements in your video that you submit. If you are going to be an incoming 11th or 12th grader, so junior or senior at Pius, tumbling is not a requirement for varsity, but you still need to submit a varsity introduction video in order to be a part of varsity interviews. The first thing you'll need to do is include in your video is your name and the grade level you will be next year. Then, where are you currently attending? Are you currently enrolled at Pius? Maybe you are at Cathedral, or you're transferring in from Lincoln Southwest. Then you'll need to include a running and standing tumbling pass if you have them. This is optional for incoming juniors or seniors, but if you have tumbling and would like to have that in your introductory video, you are more than welcome to include it. These videos are due by 11:59 on Thursday, April 23rd. You'll send them to Coach Andrus. Her email is listed here at the bottom. We've also included a link to our tryout application form on our main page. This is the first thing you will need to do regardless of what squad you are planning on trying out for. These need to be submitted by Thursday, April 16th by 11:59 p.m. The next thing you can do is look at various parts of our home cheer page. So on the home drop-down button, there are several things that you can click on. The first one would be the 2020-2021 tryout results. If you click on this, we have not chosen our squads yet for this year, so you'll want to check back here on Monday, May 11th to see what squads you are placed on. The next one you could click on would be the tryout clinic videos. These will be posted tomorrow, Thursday, April 9th. We will have them posted by 6 p.m. You'll be able to see the tryout chants you can choose from, the tryout cheer, and tryout dance. You'll need to learn all material to submit for your tryout video. The third page you can click on is the tryout submission results. Here's where you will find what you need to include in your video. In all videos, regardless of the squad that you're planning on trying out for, you will need to include the same information. Your name, grade level for the next school year, why you want to be a member of the Pius Cheer program, 1 toe touch and 1 jump of choice, which could be a hurdler, a pike, or a double toe, any standing or running tumbling that you'd like to showcase. Tumbling is not a requirement for reserve or JV, only if you are a freshman and sophomore who want to be considered for varsity. Although, if you do have tumbling, tumbling is considered bonus points on our judging score sheet, which I will go over in just a few minutes. You'll then need to include one of the 2 tryout chants. You'll also need to include the tryout cheer and the tryout dance. All of this should be in the same video file that you submit. For your tryout attire, you'll need to be in a plain white t-shirt that has no lettering, black shorts, tennis shoes or cheer shoes. Hair should be in a ponytail, bows optional but recommended, and absolutely no jewelry should be seen in your video. On April 16th, 2 videos will be posted. One for instructions for current Pius students, and the second one will be instructions for submission for anticipated Pius students. Please check back here on April 16th for those videos. We also have included our Pius tryout judging sheet. This is the sheet that the judges will use when they score your tryout video. You can see that you are evaluated on your candidate's overall appearance, on your jumps, tumbling, if you have any, it is considered bonus points, the chant, the cheer, and the dance, for a total tryout score of 60 with the possibility of 6 bonus points. Scores will be compiled by 3 judges. They will be an internal judge and 2 external judges to compile scores. The next page you can look at is the team information. This is going to give you an overview on each squad and what their responsibilities are. It gives you a detailed information on what grade levels are on each squad, as well as who the head coach is for each team. For game day responsibilities, games within City Lincoln are reserve, JV, and varsity. Outside of the Lincoln City limits is just varsity. Postseason games would be only varsity. Reserve and JV will travel to 1 outside city limit game during football and basketball season. These are considered our migration games. All freshmen, regardless of squads, will cheer at freshman home games. This allows freshmen at all levels to cheer for their peers. Performance responsibilities. So these are performance items that varsity, JV, and reserve are required to attend. Fall kickoff in August, the breast cancer walk in October, Star Strutter in November, and the Nebraska State competition in February. The entire Pius Cheer program will attend the Nebraska State Cheer competition in Grand Island, regardless of who or is not competing on the mat. We also have included on this page our cheer bylaws and an updated estimated financial obligation page. The last page you can look at is general tryout question and answers. Tonight, Wednesday, April 8th, we had held an Instagram live session and athletes and parents were able to interface with myself and ask their questions about the tryout process. These are a few of the most asked questions. 1. Who will be judging the videos? There will be 1 internal judge and 2 outside judges that will view the tryout videos via Zoom. There will be an online judges score sheet. You'll be able to see that via the submission page. Scores will be compiled live as they are submitted. How do I submit my video? There will be 2 videos that you can look at on submission instructions. Will there be cuts made this season? At this point, we are not definitively stating if we will or will not make cuts. As scores are compiled, we will see the point breaks between applicants. If there is a major score discrepancy, then more than likely we will make cuts. If there is not a major score discrepancy, we may decide to put people on all programs. We will not make that determination until after the judging is completed. How many people will make each squad? We're anticipating that no more than 20 to 25 on varsity, 15 to 20 on JV, and 10 to 15 on reserve. Now, these numbers may fluctuate depending on the amount of people who actually submit their tryout videos. And then lastly, could a rookie cheerleader decrease the likelihood of a veteran cheerleader moving up to a new squad? Regardless if someone is a rookie or a veteran, they will be scored based on the skills that they present in their tryout video. And they will be placed according to their skill level. We recommend that all students send in their best video, have lots of spirit, and approach this new season with grace and an open mind. This is a learning year for all of us as we move into this virtual tryout process. If you do have any more questions in regards to tryouts, please contact myself, Coach Andrus, or Coach Largis. Our contact information is listed at the bottom of this page. I will post another video in the coming week on how you should submit your videos if you are a current Pius student or if you're anticipating being a Pius student. Thanks.